If you came here, you had probably tried everything to lose weight. Calorie counting didn't work, fasting didn't work, a diet didn't work, and you even tried to incorporate some cardio and strength training, yet you're still stuck. Today, I'm gonna break down my method of losing weight that requires little work by you. I'll first break down how the body uses energy, my weight loss concept broken down into 3 easy steps, and finally, go over some tips that will keep you down the right path. To understand my concept of losing weight, you do have to understand the basics of how energy is used. What you eat is energy in, and what you do is energy out. In the human body, we call this energy calories. On a daily basis, we have 3 main calorie sources, and that is carbs, proteins, and fats. And what some of y'all might not even know is that alcohol also has calories with 7 calories per gram. Carbs are the first line of energy. These are used up the fastest. And if they're not used up, they're then stored for long-term storage or fat. Proteins are the building blocks for muscles, and fats are long-term storage. Step 1 is counting calories. Now, it's not the same painstaking, stressful way you might be thinking. But before I even get to counting calories, I need you to understand this concept as well. Your current state of body is all due to what you're eating and what you do. So this is you and your current state of body. Let's say you weigh 250 pounds. This equals your current calorie intake and expenditure. With that in mind, we do have to understand what exactly we are eating. Go through an entire normal day of eating. Don't adjust anything what you normally do. Then sit down with a pen and paper and write down everything that you ate throughout the day and its calorie content. You only need to do this for 2 days.
For an example, for breakfast, I ate bagel and peanut butter that equal to be 630 calories. Then after breakfast, I had a pre-workout snack, which is just a small handful of chocolate chips. Don't tell nobody. And that was 50 calories. Then for lunch, I had a pretty dense shake: peanut butter, olive oil, chia seeds, oat milk, garlic, cocoa powder, banana, almonds, whey protein, and pea protein, equaling to 1,120 calories. It's a hefty shake. Then for dinner, we had vegan dan dan noodles, and we added tofu to it, which equal to be 952 calories. So in total, at the end of the day, it equal to be 2,752 calories.
So my goal for you is to understand the weight of food in calories of everything you're eating. Because having a general idea of the calories that you're eating is very important, so you do not have to log your calories every single day. And that is what I don't want you to do. Quick rant. Logging calories with apps, in my experience, do not teach the user the actual weight of different food categories. For instance, if you use MyFitnessPal, you are on autopilot. You simply scan the label and you put in how much you ate. You don't look at the numbers. That's not a process going through your head. A tangential example is using navigation 24/7.
Turn left at the
You
next
won't
exit.
really learn the city if you're always using navigation and not challenging your brain. Because, once again, you're on autopilot, which is why I want you to write it down. Step 2, we have to understand habits and how they are formed. First, we as humans have a very difficult time going to a diet. Why? Well, when forming habits, if there are any big barriers like the strict guidelines of a diet, it is more unlikely that we will actually form that habit. Looking at every single food label is also a pretty big barrier. This is partly why counting calories is more subjected towards bodybuilders who are trying to get lean for a short amount of period, and why most people fail their diets. There's way too much change, way too fast, and a lot to learn. Diets are also temporary, for the most part. This does not teach you how you should eat on a normal daily nutrition. We are forming lifelong habits that will truly change your lifestyle with minimal effort. Habits are typically formed within 2 to 4 weeks if the task is an easy daily task. So let's start with the first actionable step to start forming this habit. Look at your diet as a whole. Now remove one item from your diet, something of low impact that should be fairly easy. For an example, let's remove a Coke if you drink Coke. Yes, Diet Coke is also bad, but let's use a Coke for this example. One soda can has 140 calories. These are dead calories, and the calories are mainly all from added sugars, which by the way, one Coke has 39 grams of added sugar. That's a lot. Let's say you remove that one soda every day from your diet. In 1 week, that is minusing 980 calories. Now, by removing that Coke, you may feel a little groggy, a little tired, but that's because you are removing that dose of caffeine that you normally get from that Coke. You may also be a little hungry as well, and that's because we're minusing that caloric intake that you're used to. This will subside in a few days, stay consistent, and do not regress. Your goal is to go without this soda for 2 entire weeks. And at this point, it should be easy to not grab that soda. At the end of that 2 weeks, we will now decrease one more thing from your diet. Perhaps it is cutting your dinner in half. This is a fantastic option because whenever you eat dinner, you're probably gonna go straight to bed afterwards. And all that unused carbs that you just ate will be stored for long-term storage. Reducing dinner will also be a pretty large impact on your calorie deficit. And this is where you'll see the most weight loss, since the majority of people easily overeat in dinner. But taking a step back, keep in mind that this is a pretty large jump, and it would definitely be difficult to do as your first task. Now by now, you should be able to see that we're trying to form habits through a period of time to create long-term change. After each successful week, we make another change until we have reached our goal. Which brings me to step 3, understanding our goal. To make sure we are not starving ourselves, we should measure our calories once every 2 weeks whenever we make that big change. The minimum calories an individual should eat is roughly 1,200 calories. It's a rough number and it's not perfectly applied to everyone, but it's a number that we can all easily understand. By using this calorie counter, which I'll link down below for your convenience, I can input my age, weight, sex, and activity level to see how much calories I should be eating at my current weight. So I should be eating around 2,700 calories to maintain. We now need to insert our target weight goal. Let's say I want to drop to 160 pounds. It says I should be eating 2,600 calories a day. If I ate 2,600 calories a day, I would reach my weight goal, but it would take a long time. Now, I could excel that weight loss goal by looking at my current weight and hit that lose 2 pounds a week goal. Once we have removed enough items in our daily nutrition to reach that 2 pounds a week weight loss goal, you are golden. Quick tip, when you're removing items from your nutrition, focus on the items that are very high in sugars and carbs. So if you're eating a chicken and some rice, and let's say this much rice is 500 calories, you're now cut in half, you're now only eating 250 calories of rice every single night. And that is 1,750 calories per week that you're removing from your diet. It's easy to remove a soda can with all the added sugar. If you're eating donuts for breakfast, once again, easy to remove. The next thing to remove is unhealthy fats, including fried chicken. When we finally reach our weight loss goal, the second weight number that I discussed, mine would be 160, we can finally increase a bit of calories to maintain that weight goal. Now, this entire process is a slow process, and it's done like that for good reason. We aren't gonna make any huge jumps that will deter anybody from reaching success. Quick rant. Notice that this plan does not require you to work out to lose weight. But if you do wanna work out, I'd advise working out 1 to 3 times a week to start off. When you start skipping workout days, you also start to skip the nutrition at home. Skipping workouts is a big hit on your motivation. I do want you to work out as it enables you to live a longer, healthier, and more mobile life. However, we are taking small steps here. These are some of the best tips I have came up with to help you stay on the right path. Whenever you move that one item, for an example, the Coke, write down no Coke with a dry erase marker on the mirror or your fridge, somewhere that you'll see it every single day. Whenever you add another task, add that thing below the no Coke. Set calendar dates once a week to reflect on how you're feeling. Think, are you feeling good? Are you feeling bad? And why? Set reminder dates every 2 weeks so you can continue to progress and update your nutrition routine. If you want to weigh yourself, I'd recommend weighing yourself once every 2 weeks. Do not be overly critical on the number on the scale because this is a slow process. Which brings me to my next tip. If you find that your weekly jumps are too big and hard to maintain, reduce the jumps to something more manageable. If this encourages you to take the next step, then watch this video to avoid 10 of the most common mistakes people make when they're trying to lose weight. This is Chris. I always appreciate and respect one another. I'll see you next time.